drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. He finds his target. It's Schultz. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3-and-out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
28-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got it. Hit the 15.
In your face.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3-and-out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3-and-out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
This will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Oh, a mistake there. The kickoff out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll give to Elliott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
The Cowboy ball carrier.
The numbers for Zeke from last week. 22 carries, 89 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, this is where it becomes a challenge for the offensive coordinator. He's got a bell cow at tailback right now. Number 3 in the league in rushing, within shouting distance of the lead. But at the same time, if the passing game is open, he's got to take advantage of that too.
Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 11 yards there, 1st down.
And the Cowboy first down.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the
draw play, Elliott. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield.
Brought down behind the line.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. It's the veteran K.J. Wright, the disruptive force. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Yeah, and that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 34. He'll set up to throw from the gun. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. Greg Olsen, nobody ahead of him. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Greg Olsen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8-ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss
at the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
The give is to Elliott. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Prescott with the give to Ezekiel.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
Complete to Ezekiel Elliott.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 41.
From the 41, Prescott. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. 14-0 to score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Prescott to throw it. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dalton Schultz, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10. At their
The Seattle Seahawks coming back onto the field. And Charles, the saying around the Pacific Northwest this time of year is let Russ cook. He's been cooking to start the year, no doubt. You can buy those T-shirts out there, by the way. But the NFC Offensive Player of the Week for Week 1. And he back. And the defense loses him. It's complete.
Bring it!
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson, 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown.
For the extra point.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
This is Tony Pollard. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or two. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the 1st round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future all-pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want him to play right now to help this team.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago, really it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, they all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
On the tackle.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Prescott now from the 50 toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. The early returns for him, very good to start this season. Interesting to see if he can keep up that torrid pace. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Now Pollard. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
Recovered by the Seahawks.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
It's a gain of 5.
Now a give right side. Carson. And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down at the Cowboys 14. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Good gain by Chris Carson. Picks up a 1st down, and you just have to love his running style. Talk about a straight-ahead guy, no-nonsense type of a runner. He's averaged 82 yards a game over the last 2 seasons and had 1,230 yards on the ground in 2019.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he's caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A chance to really cap off a big 1st half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats, but what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
After the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just
now,
said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
Good luck.
he's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
From way up at the 23, they're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position.
At their own 38-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Prescott. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And again, it's Prescott. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
4th down.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered. When you talk about, and this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
He's going to look deep for more. This is caught inside the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. David Moore as the first half is winding down. And this offense continues to pour it on.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Myers to kick off for Seattle.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Now Pollard. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the half. Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. So we are at half. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup.
Cowboys 7.
The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway.
He's running.
And able to get this out to the 25.
1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
And that's caught inside the 30.
He's going to make everything happen.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And this offense is running away with this one. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Now Pollard. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Schultz. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
Cowboy 1st down.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
He was taken down.
Bobby Wagner, the NFL's leading tackler in 2019, there on the stop.
2nd and 6 at the Seahawks 47.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Prescott. He's got the connection to Cooper.
Complete.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Yeah, let's go sack lunch.
Here's Prescott. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Bobby Wagner leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Prescott from the gun, and his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, but now it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Bobby Wagner picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
DK Metcalf for the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here, 3rd quarter. We'll see what else he has in store for us. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Airing it out for Olsen. Oh, wide open, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Call that a gain of 38. A big march forward on the 3rd down conversion.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver... Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
Let's get that
He
swagger,
will
y'all.
score. Touchdown, Seattle. Greg Olsen, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards. And it all culminates with a Seattle score.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Now Pollard. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bobby Wagner getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big. And now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And nobody in the stadium feels better than he does right now. Just a slew of touchdown passes. He's been spectacular.
And you and I both know this is a team game, one of the best team games that's out there. But right now, I've forgotten what the scoreboard even says. Just watching what he's doing.
It's been fun.
That's been mesmerizing and a whole lot of fun to watch.
He's hoping to keep it going here in the third quarter. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and that'll bring up 2nd down. We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. Going for and that's caught inside the 30.
How you like
and
me now?
He is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks offense continues to pour it on.
Jason Myers.
It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken about 7 yards deep and not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They go to Elliott again. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll give them a fresh set of downs.
A gain of 3 on the play.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Cedric Wilson.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 yards there, 1st down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. His throw incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And now it's second down.
Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To the air again, Prescott. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Intended for
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
DK Metcalf for the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far.
So finally, at this stage of the game, he lets his legs carry him for a big-time first down. But I think this is all set up by his eyes throughout the game. He's been taking it all in as he's watched this thing unfold. And finally, the eyes carried the legs and took him downfield.
You're right. His longest run of the game waited until the 4th quarter, and maybe that lulled the defense to sleep a little bit. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on. They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 15 yards on the play. First down.
15.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Prescott on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
For Blake Bell.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Prescott yet again. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Cooper was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And that will be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
DK Metcalf for the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. Glancing down at the stat sheet, and we've been tracking it, but you get a 100-yard game, you're really happy. You're over 200 like he is. You probably want that ball after this game, don't you?
You want that one. You want to continue to call the same plays in any other game you play. You're having one of those magical performances that just never want to end. And you know something? Your fellow receivers, they get those clenched grins right now. Like, congratulations. Now, why isn't it me?
Well, so far, it's been all about him. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
38-yard line.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
On 2nd down, it's Carson, and they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Carson, and he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Tackled at the 25.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Carson.
Second and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson, powers through, and he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Today's final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns. So for Charles Davis.